Okay, so today I'm going to go through my favorite drugstore powders to set with. I don't always set because I kind of have dry skin, but in the summer and some foundations that are just really dewy, I do like to set. So I'm going to go through some cheaper options, especially for pale skin. They're not ones that are always broadcast as being setting ones, but I kind of like the things that they do. So first I'll start with Physicians Formula, the Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Correcting Powder. I use it in Creamy Natural. It is really pale. I use it a lot of times either in the winter when I'm really pale, or especially in like my under eye and areas that I want to highlight. And next is the e.l.f. High Definition powder, which is designed to set. They have it in, I think, I got the corrective yellow one as well, but I didn't like it. This is just the translucent sheer one. The yellow left too much of a yellow cast, but I do like this. You have to kind of be careful how much you use, so it doesn't kind of leave a white cast, but it does leave your face like super soft, which I kind of like, and it does set everything down nicely. And next I have the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is the original one. I know that right now they have the couple kinds, like the dewy kind and the matte and poreless. So I think that this is not the matte one. I like that it's not matte. It kind of gives a very breathable coverage and just like a little bit. I do 120 and the 110 depending on how pale I am or pale I want to be. And that works out really well. You also have the Rimmel Stay Matte in Sandstorm, and this one would be really good for oily skin people. I know that it is like a fan favorite of oily skin people because it is very matte. Sometimes I don't use it as often, or I only really use it in the summer when I do need something that's going to be more matte, because sometimes it does dry me out a little bit. And then we have the e.l.f. Mineral Pearls, which are in the skin balancing one. I also have the natural one, which is just, as you can see, it's like some brown and gold and kind of bronzy ones, which I do like to use that sometimes. I use that one more in the summer, but the balancing one I use more all the time. This leaves a really nice effect on your skin, a very like soft focus, pretty effect that I like. And the last one is the CoverGirl Trublend Minerals Loose Powder in Light, and I think it's like translucent fair, but it's definitely not translucent. I got this a while ago. I used it, I hated it, and then recently I brought it with me on vacation just to have something, figuring I didn't care if I lost it or anything like that, and I kind of ended up liking it, using it more on vacation. It does give a little bit of color. It's definitely not translucent, and it's definitely not light. It's kind of darker. So when I do use it, I use it kind of like a contour. So I use it on like the bottom and my chin and up, and then my forehead and around, kind of where you put bronzer typically. And then I use a lighter powder in my like under eye area to kind of basically contour like that, because it is a little bit darker. But I do like how it looks on the skin, and it does photograph really well because there was a lot of pictures taken on vacation, and that worked out really nice. And speaking of light under eye powders, I have recently, especially, I think I mentioned into another video, the Revlon Colorstay Aqua Mineral Makeup in Fair as well. I do like this. I I got this and I hated it as a regular foundation because it is super, super pale, like so pale that people want to ask you if you're sick kind of thing. And it also has a lot of glitter in it, especially when you do like a full face of it. It's like super glitter, which I really hate that. I don't know why they do that, but I have been liking it when I just use it and put it on a brush and then just do it as basically like a concealer, and it does really brighten up that area, especially when I pair it with the CoverGirl one for around my face, and then doing this and just like the triangle under my eye to highlight that area. It's really moisturizing. Like, it feels wet when you put it on, but it's not wet. But it's very like moisturizing, which helps because I have a really dry under eye area. And then the other product that I use for setting concealer and under eye area is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, which is also pretty awesome. When you open it, you'll see that there's glitters in it, but the glitters don't really come across when you're like putting it on. And it doesn't really dry it out like some other powders do, and it does keep everything from creasing like really, really well. So I do like that one, and they're all pretty affordable. They're all what I think are good products, and especially they're good for pale people, because I know that can be especially hard to find foundation that is pale enough, never mind setting powders and powders that don't make you orange or yellow or way too dark. So those are my favorites, and I hope that helped you out. Thank you.